everyone, you're listening to the Supernova Shift podcast. Welcome to INTJ vs ISFJ. I'm Nova, your logic gremlin, organization queen, and slightly scary perfectionist.
And I'm Sage, the cozy blanket of this podcast, emotional support friend, and secretly judging your grammar.
We're best friends with very different personalities, and this podcast is where science meets sass. To kick off today's discussion, we're going to start with a quote, because we always start our podcasts with a quote, and today it's from our best buddy Socrates, Know Thyself.
And also know your bestie.
I think it relates to today's discussion topic because it's important to know yourself to be able to connect with other people.
The MBTI, or the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, sorts people into 16 personality types using 4 different dichotomies: introversion versus extroversion, sensing versus intuition, thinking versus feeling, and judging versus perceiving.
It's not perfect, but it gives a fun framework for self-awareness. You can take a free version of the test at 16personalities.com. I really recommend it because it's super fun, and then you can share jokes with your friend about your personality type, and it's really fun. And that's exactly what we're going to do today.
There's also a lot of comedy that you can see on YouTube, for example, about the Myers-Briggs personality types. And at the end of the quiz, it shows you different things that you might be able to relate to.
So I'm going to start by breaking down what the INTJ personality type is, and then Sage is going to break down the ISFJ because that's her personality type. So INTJs are said to be master planners, big picture thinkers, and prefer ideas over emotions. They have a very low tolerance for small talk. They're emotionally private, highly independent, and mission focused. Their weakness is that they can seem arrogant, cold, or overly perfectionistic.
Just to clear things up, Nova is an INTJ and I am an ISFJ, so I'll list some things that are common for ISFJs. ISFJs are known as guardians of tradition and caretaking, living for helping others and feeling useful, being emotionally in tune, quietly relatable, preferring harmony over confrontation, and their weaknesses can be being too passive, avoiding conflict, or being overly self-sacrificing.
So the big question is, how do these apply to our real personalities? I think, to start with my points, I think I am a big picture thinker, and I definitely prefer ideas over emotions. But I don't think I would say I'm not highly independent. Would you say that?
I would say if you have an idea and a different person isn't a part of it, then you can be independent and you can do it all on your own, but you can still prefer to do things with others.
Yeah, I like, it depends on the task. My next point is low tolerance for small talk. Small talk is my biggest pet peeve. I hate it. I don't have low tolerance for it, I have zero tolerance for it. For example, if my mom tries to do small talk in the car after school, I just hate it. I mean, it's either we talk about something useful, that's going to propel us forward, or we don't talk at all. Silence is nice too, And the next point is that INTJs are mission focused. I mean, I'm staring at my vision board right now with all my goals, so I think that's pretty accurate. And it says that weaknesses for INTJs is that they can seem arrogant and cold and overly perfectionistic. I think arrogant and cold, maybe some people perceive me that way. I am definitely too cold sometimes with people in our class, for example, especially the boys in our class. I am very cold, but it's just, so far it fits my personality pretty well. Now, what about your points?
Well, it says that ISFJs are guardians of tradition and caretaking. I do definitely like being sentimental and keeping with tradition, and I have a deep drive to help others and just be nice overall. Noah was just talking about how she doesn't like small talk. Honestly, I'm not highly opinionated on this topic, but I do think that it's a nice gesture if somebody tries to talk to you, and then it's just really nice getting to know people and getting to know different types of personalities and their motivations, and I genuinely enjoy it. And I'm not mission focused the same way, so if I just enjoy talking to a person, like there doesn't have to be a goal or a mission at the end of that in the same way as for Nova.
I mean, when you get to know someone, I guess, yeah. But I mean, if you know someone, you've known someone for a long time, for example, your mom, then,
Yeah, I can see that. That's me avoiding conflict already, so we're pretty much on the weakness side of things. Yeah, I definitely avoid conflict. If there's just something that, unless it's something that I really feel strongly about, I will just agree with the person to avoid conflict, and I don't see a problem with that. Or I mean, I guess there's a certain problem with it, but I don't really see the issues with that.
I'm a fight with the person that doesn't agree with me.
Yeah. I would say I'm pretty emotionally in tune and quietly reliable. I've pretty much been known to do that. A lot of people have said...
Yeah, that's true. You're very
said
reliable.
that. Just to sum things up, as an ISFJ, I do love routines, sentimentality, and making sure that everybody is okay. But I'm not as organized as they say. How about you, Nova?
And as an INTJ, I do plan a lot. I'm a big fan of productivity, and I have a vision board. I love meal prepping, writing down my goals, not only in the new year, but also all year round. And I have a bullet journal, which I keep every week, and also a, daily journal where you just write your day. What's it called? A
Daily planner?
No, when you just write what you feel like.
Diary?
Oh yeah, a diary. And I have a diary. This is a girl talk again. This is not a scientific, podcast. I do plan 5 years ahead, and I feel things later. I don't really care about emotions, but sometimes it does bite me in the butt. Can you say that? It comes back and bites me in the butt. But I'm also way more goofy and affectionate than the test suggests. I'm not a cold-hearted robot. I mean, I like caring about other people. I just do it differently. Now we're going to talk about the different types, because there are other types of personalities, of course, not just ours. There's the ISTJ, the logistician, the ISFJ, which is the defender, that's you.
Yep.
The INFJ, the advocate, the INTJ, the architect, that's me, the ISTP, the virtuoso, whatever that's supposed to mean, the ISFP, which is the adventurer, the INFP, which is the mediator. Well, this is kind of boring. The INTP, which is the logician. Did I say that already? No. The ESTP, the entrepreneur, and the ESFP, the entertainer.
There's also the ENFP, the campaigner, the ENTP, the debater, the ESTJ, the executive, the ESFJ, the consul, I don't know what that means, and the ENFJ, the protagonist, the ENTJ, the commander.
Yeah, if you can't tell, we are reading a list right now. I mean, the debater, the entertainer, me, right? Entertainer.
Yeah.
The adventurer, I'm also quite adventurous. The defender, I mean, yeah, that is you.
But yeah, that's very quickly though, the different types, and the actual site where you take the quiz will tell you more in detail.
We
the
can
actual
link it
type.
in the description. The description. We can link it in the description. Now here are some bestie questions for fun discussion. You can also ask these with your friends once you discovered your actual personality type. Okay, who starts?
I can start. I can read the first one. Okay. What's one thing I do that absolutely stresses out your personality type?
I don't really stress that much, but what do you do that stresses me out? I mean, you do sometimes kind of behave like a psychopath. Like 2 seconds ago you were eating your hair. That's kind of weird.
You're not allowed to say that. I was in a different universe in that moment, and that was...
A lot of people eat their hair, right? That's a
I
normal
wasn't
thing.
eating my hair. I was just...
Oh wait, I
mimicking
know.
biting my
You
hair.
don't. Sometimes you skip breakfast or you skip brushing your teeth. That stresses me out.
Yeah.
Simultaneous, yeah. Next question. What's one... Nope, that's the wrong question. How do you deal with conflict and how is it different from me?
I would say I deal with conflict in a way where I avoid it, whereas you don't really care about the other person and their emotions as long as you have like a steady... No, but in the conflict. Like,
So
as in...
2 people are fighting.
Yeah, like 2 people are arguing and you're not going to say like the nice thing to make them feel better. You're going to say, okay, you can read this book and this book proves my point. Or you can say, oh, well, you can look at these 3 studies, which are like, so it's more of a like logistical, not as in like you don't care about the emotions, but more as in you don't think about the emotions during the argument because you're just proving a scientific fact or whatever.
But it doesn't have to be when you're proving a point. It can just be if the other person is annoying you, or it's just you're just in conflict with another person.
Yeah.
I would say you're like avoidant maybe, or you try and be nice. But I would say I've changed, as in now I literally don't care. It's my favorite. It's my motto. Like, I don't care. You have a problem with me? I don't care. I mean, especially since this year, I've really changed, as in, if someone has a problem with me, I will not fight. I just give up. Especially, I don't know if you've noticed with, for example, some of our friends, can't name drop anybody, but if they don't agree with me, I just drop the subject,
Yeah, I have noticed that change where you just like don't really seem to care, which is a good quality, and I mean, to a certain degree, obviously. Like, if somebody's like screaming in your face, like that's completely different.
I'll punch them. Wait, no, I can't punch them.
But if it's a simple disagreement, then there's no point in arguing it.
So you care, or you try and make the other one feel better.
Yeah, usually. Or then just avoid the subject as well. Okay, your question. Or my question, whatever. Who is better at comforting people and who's better at solving their problems?
That's obvious. You're better at comforting people.
Yeah.
I am not a motherly type of person. I will not go, "Oh, sweetie, what's wrong? I'll help you." No, I just observe from a distance. Okay, you're crying. No, why did you look that way?
I thought you were looking at Mimi or something.
No, Mimi.
Mimi is her cat, by the way. You were looking in the distance. Yeah.
Who's better at solving their problems? I mean
you, because you'll create like a mission list on how to do it, whereas I'll just be like,
what kind of problem?
I'll think about it. Yeah, it depends. Because if I have like a emotional side of things, if I have a problem, like I will fixate on it until I like find a motto that works. Like, okay, don't care, or just whatever works with solving that problem. But if it's a concrete problem, then I'm not sure.
Okay, so what's your ideal day off / vacation, and how horrified are you by mine? This is a very interesting question because our opinions differ greatly. I'm already I'm already traumatized by your answer, but you can start. Not Sage.
Well, I would say that I would like to be in a colder, wintry climate in a cabin where it's like the cabin is warm inside, there's a fire, and that's pretty much all I want.
Yeah, and you forgot to mention that these summer cottages in Finland do not have running water or electricity because it's a vibe, and you go pee outside in this little wooden cabin, which is ridiculous. Listen, you could go in a 5-star hotel. Imagine you're a millionaire. You can go on a beach in, I don't know, Thailand or the Caribbeans or I was thinking Mauritius, yeah. Or anywhere that's sunny. Cyprus is a perfect example. I would go to Cyprus. I would tan on a beach for a week. I would drink pineapple juice, and yeah, I would spend the entire day in the sun. I was gonna say skydiving. No, looking at fish. You know what's it called?
Snorkeling.
Snorkeling. Yes. Yeah, I'm not English, so I'm allowed to make mistakes. But yeah, I would tan until I'm brown. And yeah.
Yeah. We very much differ because I don't really like the heat or enjoy it. I also don't enjoy the beach. I dislike sand. Beaches are too sandy. Unless it's a rocky beach, but then that's a whole different discussion. And yeah,
To close this off, because now we're starting to,
Yeah.
fight. What would we fight about on a road trip?
I think we would fight about the directions that we're taking, since even when we're on a simple bike ride, we have different ideas of which way to go, and usually we end up going Nova's way because I'm just like, whatever, okay, I'll just follow you. And then if it's the right way,
I'll say, I was right. I'm always right.
Yeah, and if it's the wrong way, then I'm like, really? I
It was
knew
your
this
fault, Sage.
all along.
We went the wrong way. It was your fault. You had the map. Okay. Yeah, that proves the point.
It's always my fault.
No, yeah. Which of us would survive a zombie apocalypse, and how? You would try and befriend the zombies. I would take a knife and stab them. Wait, don't you have to cut their, head off?
I have no idea how zombies
You
work.
pierce their heart. Wait, if you cut out their feet, then they can't walk anymore.
They can still crawl and get you.
Yeah, but you can.
Do
run
they feel
faster.
pain? Do zombies feel
No,
pain?
obviously not. I don't think so.
Then they'll just keep going after you, no matter if you... I don't know.
But basically, if there's a zombie apocalypse, you have to kill all of them to be safe. Wait, they can't swim. You can go on an island and stay there.
Yeah, that works. Think so.
Would you go on my island?
Weird question. I think we need to find an island first. I don't know.
Could that be a pickup? No, not a pickup line. You know when you're trying to date someone?
All right, let's move on to the next question. How has being friends with such a different personality type made us better?
I've learned from, what's it called again? Emotional intelligence. From you, yes. What's it called again? Emotions? I don't know emotions. I used to not care about other people's opinions. I know, emotions. But now I think about it more. Maybe I overthink it sometimes. What is the person feeling? Which is a good thing. I mean, you have to care a minimum about what other people's feel.
Yeah, I feel like I sort of take things less personally because most of the time if somebody said something, then I would think about what that meant as in like a personal, sort of way rather than a facts, whatever. I don't know.
Is it because I was super direct with you, so now you don't take things as personally?
I'm not sure because I feel like I never took things super personally, but then also on the other hand, now it's like every time you say something or not every time you say something, but if you say something that might seem like a direct insult towards me, I first have to take 3 seconds to think about it. Okay, is Nova being Nova or is Nova insulting me? Just need to balance them out. Yeah, but I still need to kind of redirect my line of thinking in that sense.
So the question was, how did this make us better?
Yeah.
So how did it make you better?
I rethink more about what things could mean on a less personal level.
Yes. Now, let's move on to some jokes about the INTJ ISFJ personalities. I read one, you read one.
All right.
INTJ, I feel like emotions are optional. ISFJ, cries in emotional labor. Emotional labor?
Yeah, like exhaustion from emotions.
Oh.
I think. Yeah.
I mean, that pretty much that
proves the point.
Yeah.
I understood the joke. She did not. Okay. All right, number 2. ISFJ, let's bake cookies for the neighbors. INTJ, let's move to Mars.
I mean, yeah, that baking cookies for the neighbors is boring. Let's just make a space shuttle, you know? Or if you make the cookies, at least eat them yourself.
NASA, hire us.
We can make fuel with the cookies.
Okay.
Would that work?
Yeah, I think NASA needs to hire us to make fuel with the cookies.
Yeah, please, NASA sponsor our next video.
All right.
INTJ plans your funeral. ISFJ brings flowers and tissues. I mean, they complement each other.
Yeah, I mean that works well together. Good duo.
Yeah.
You can plan the
But
funeral.
you
I'll
have
bring
to
the
plan
flowers.
the funeral. The flowers are optional. I'm so sorry. But it's true.
The flowers are not up. They're like this. The centerpiece.
If you
They're
didn't plan the
emotional.
funeral, sorry, it's bad. If you don't plan the funeral, then the flowers are useless. Okay, this is kind of
Okay. Okay, the next one. INTJ. I love you logically. ISFJ. I love you like a warm soup.
Who wrote this joke?
I don't know who wrote this joke, but I mean, it doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
You like
all
warm
right.
soup?
I do like warm soup. It's a vibe, but you know.
INTJ ghosts for 2 days to think. ISFJ thinks INTJ is dead. I mean, that's true. But it's kind of the other way around.
Yeah.
You won't answer for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I'll be like away from my phone, and then I'm just
You're the one who might think I'm dead. That's why for April Fools, I don't play. I love pulling pranks on people, but I can't do that on stage because, you know, my idea of a joke is pretending I'm dead or something, and, and then she's gonna call 911.
Okay, the next one. ISFJ's love language, acts of service. INTJ's love language, correcting your logic.
I mean, yeah, because on the path to greatness, you need to correct the logic.
I feel like this is very true though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times where I've cared about a person or something like that, then I've done something for them. For example, translating something or, you know, like literally spending time doing like work, basically.
But for me too, I mean, I won't tell someone, I love you, you're my best friend. I'll make them something. I'll bake something. I won't write a poem, that's cringe. But for birthdays, I always write a long letter where I say, oh my gosh, thank you for everything you've done for me. But I won't say it in words.
I also feel like this is very true because I think I remember this one moment specifically where we were not arguing but disagreeing on something or a way of approaching a certain type of logic, and then you said something like, I care about you, so I'm gonna like prove this to you so that you can then be a healthier version of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, that is my way of, you know, caring for other people. ISFJ, I care so much it hurts. INTJ, I care quietly from 3 miles away. I mean, that relates to the last one.
Yeah.
INTJ's dream date, a silent bookstore. ISFJ's dream date, matching mugs and eye contact. Is this true?
This is true.
What? You never told me your dream date was matching mugs and eye contact. That's so...
I mean, yeah, that's nice. Warm vibes.
A little, you know, side notes. You know, the person who asked me will never listen to this podcast, but I was asked to go on a date, in a cafe. That is literally my nightmare. Eye contact in a cafe, in a coffee, sorry. That's horrible. Because the silent bookstore thing is kind of true and not true as my dream date. My dream date is a silent walk, or, you know, with some meaningful conversation in a forest. That's perfect, because the nature just calms you down, and when you walk, there's no eye contact. So you don't feel cringe or awkward.
Yeah. Well, when I was thinking about the matching mugs and eye contact, I wasn't really considering a cafe. I was more thinking about a cozy, at home, or like cozy vibes. Like, that's nice. Maybe not the first date, but like a date, you know?
Okay, so the third part of this podcast is a bestie roast battle edition. This is going to be interesting. None of us read this, so you can read the first one.
All right. Number 1, INTJ. I wrote a 12-step plan to optimize our friendship. ISFJ. I crocheted you a blanket because you looked cold. Emotionally.
Oof. I mean, I did write a plan for communication.
And I also needle felted you a thing for your birthday by hand. So.
Did you think I looked cold emotionally? Answer, honestly.
I mean, right now.
Okay. ISFJ writes a thank you note for a thank you note. Yeah, that is you. Okay. It knows you. INTJ, why didn't we just eliminate the need for gratitude? Okay, that's not me. I have a gratitude journal, which I don't hold. So, yeah, I always forget to do my gratitude.
All right, next one. INTJ, I need 6 hours alone to recharge. ISFJ, I need 6 hours to process why you just said that so bluntly.
That is also true.
That's very true, yeah.
There's no laughter because this is a roast battle. But yeah, 6 hours to recharge. It's true. I don't like going out all the time. I like, being alone is nice too.
And usually when something is said bluntly, I refresh my mind, then I think about it. Then I think about it again like an hour later, and then an hour later. And then after like 6 hours, then I kind of go, okay, I'm overthinking this. It's fine, move on. And then I move on.
ISFJ after small talk. That was nice. INTJ, that was inefficient. That's funny.
I mean, we basically
because
talked about
true,
this.
Yeah.
I can't believe these are basically the things we talked about already. All right. INTJ, I'm emotionally unavailable. ISFJ, challenge accepted.
Am I emotionally unavailable?
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, that's a crappy, let's skip. ISFJ apologizes for existing. You did so 5 times today, so.
Yeah.
INTJ thinks they're the blueprint for human perfection. I mean, I'm not narcissistic.
Yeah, I don't think you think that you're the blueprint for human perfection, but I do think you have these goals which you think will, in a way, mask perfection. As in, you'll write things that you can do for your health, like take these supplements, do this and do that, and then it's in a way a guide towards perfection.
But everyone's idea of perfection is different. Yeah. That's a good psychology. No. What's the word?
Psychological?
Yeah, a question for our series about deep questions of the human experience. INTJ, planning a heist. We'll need exact timing, strategy, and escape route. ISFJ, can we bring snacks and say sorry to the security guard?
That's also
Why
fair.
would you say sorry to the security guard?
He might be emotionally wounded by this traumatic event. He might lose his job. You never know that. Or she. Security guards can be women too, but the security guard might lose their job for not being a good security guard because we break in and might just need some emotional support for
You're
that.
crazy. Okay, next one. You can read it.
All right.
Judgmental. You can read it.
Okay. ISFJ, I love sentimental gifts. INTJ, I got you a copy of The Art of War. Annotated.
Annotated is when you make notes on the side of the page.
Okay.
You do love sentimental gifts, I guess. That is something I could offer you. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
This is accurate.
Let's see what's a good one. ISFJ, let's be realistic. INTJ, I'm literally planning world domination. Realism is beneath me. Yeah, that sounds like something I could say.
Yeah.
That sounds dramatic. Realism is beneath me.
Yeah, and I think we have different views about what is realistic. Because when I think of something realistic, I think as in everyday life applied in a real life scenario. Whereas I feel as though when you think realistic, you think about the economy or like these
like
larger,
being a millionaire.
yeah, like these bigger picture sort of things.
Now, let's move to the last part of this episode, which is who's more likely to. Who hasn't played Who's More Likely To? But this is INTJ vs ISFJ edition. It's different. The first one is, who's more likely to plan a silent revenge over a text left unread? I feel annoyed on unread texts, but I'm not going to plan revenge. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna either.
Yeah.
Let's move on to a different
oh,
one.
this is very obvious. Who's more likely to cry during a Pixar movie and then apologize for it? You. That is obvious.
I'm pretty sure I've cried at a movie before and said sorry to you.
Have you?
Yeah. Don't remember what the movie was, but I remember that happening.
Who's more likely to stress clean the entire apartment over one awkward moment? Again, Sage. Obvious. Who's more likely to write a 5-year plan for finding inner peace? I already have. Except it's spread over this year. I've done this for 7 months on X-Tiles. But, yeah.
X-Style, sponsor us.
Yeah, please sponsor us. We need sponsors. Who's more likely to cancel plans but feel guilty for a week?
Me.
You.
Yeah.
Who's more likely to have a secret Pinterest board called World Domination Aesthetic?
I think this is you.
I don't have a World Domination Aesthetic Pinterest board, but I do have a Pinterest board with quotes about world domination. Let's skip. Who's more likely to have an existential crisis over the ethics of returning a text late? I think both of us. No?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
When it comes to returning a text late, I mean,
It depends who to.
yeah.
Since if it's to you, then I don't as much
Yeah, it
take it
doesn't matter.
seriously. But yeah.
Who's more likely to deeply bond with a barista and call it a lifelong connection? Not you.
Me.
That's for sure. Seriously?
I mean, wait, what?
Okay, so how does the barista
I'm not
look
sure.
like? What you type, you know? I mean,
I was
actually, that
thinking
is kind of you.
more. Yeah, I was thinking more of a friendship though, but like literally.
No, lifelong connection hasn't. Oh, wait,
Okay.
yeah, why did I think? Okay, never mind.
thinking of different things.
Oh, wait, this is you. Who's more likely to question their life purpose after organizing the fridge? You.
That's something I would do while organizing the fridge and then get
Psychopath. Who's more likely to Google how to stop being emotionally available to everyone?
over me. I mean, in
Yeah,
this context,
yeah.
yes.
But all of these are you. I mean, who's more likely to practice a serious confrontation and then back out with a smile? You.
Yep.
Also me, kind of. But I might insult the person while, you know, smiling and, yeah. Who's more likely to accidentally start mentoring someone without realizing it? Me.
Yep.
Who's more likely to schedule their emotional breakdowns for optimal productivity? I've never done this, but I think who's more likely? Probably me.
Yeah.
You don't schedule them, you just like go
No.
with the vibe.
I go with the flow.
Who's more likely to have a coping playlist that's just instrumental villain music? Well, I have a bunch of playlists, but none of them are... Oh, wait, I do have a dramatic classical music playlist. Does that count?
I think so.
It's like, you know the one from Romeo and Juliet where he goes like da 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 da.
Yeah, yeah. That,
Oh wait, I forgot.
that is very accurate, but I actually did. I recognize the song, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow, I've done something. You know, our culture is just so much better now. The ballet is. Did I already say it?
Romeo and Juliet.
And the person who invented it, or you know, I don't even think I know myself.
Yeah, I
Well,
have no idea.
This leads us to the end of our episode. Thank you for listening to our 34 minute 15 seconds to... No. 34 minutes 20 seconds and 2 nanoseconds.
I think it's milliseconds.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry.
Okay, well that pretty much summarizes our personality types right there. We'll see you in our next episode, which is going to be about calisthenics. And stay tuned because we might also have an interview with someone very special about either nutrition or calisthenics. See you in the next episode. Bye!